All right. What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your 2018 SummerSlam preview and predictions. This coming Sunday, August 19th, we will witness the biggest, granddaddy, greatest SummerSlam of all time. 12 of the most exciting, granddaddy, spectacular matches that the WWE has ever produced. Well, that's in WWE's eyes. In us wrestling fans' eyes, it's probably going to be an average show. It's going to have its ups and downs. There's some that's going to intrigue us, and then there's some that we're going to just cringe. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the third time in 1 year. Absolutely horrible about that. We'll get into that a little bit later. But overall, it's going to be just an average show. One match that we're going to be real excited about seeing is Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. All that. Plus some other matches. Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. We all kind of wish they would add an extra layer to this matchup, ladder match, something besides just a one-on-one encounter for the Intercontinental Championship, something that we have not seen with these two competitors, but WWE going through the same route again with these competitors. We'll go down through that match a little bit later on as well. But first off, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a subscriber if you are. And of course, if you are not, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for all notifications. Follow me Facebook and Twitter at 2007Webby. I give updates, my opinions, my thoughts through each WWE show as it happens live, Raw and SmackDown, and pay-per-views as they are going. So keep up to date and track during those. Much appreciated. But now, SummerSlam this Sunday, live on the network. Something that I completely disagree with, it being on the pre-show. Honestly, Rusev Day and Andrade Cien Almas deserve to be on the main show. They do not deserve to be on the pre-show. Now, Kevin Dunn and Vincent Kennedy McMahon, along with Road Dogg and the rest of them, they probably look back and they say, oh, who cares? The pre-show is the same thing as the pay-per-view. So, they're getting to be on the show. No. Okay? No. Nobody watches the pre-show. Absolutely nobody. Rusev Day and Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega and Lana deserve to be placed in an important role on the main show where everybody can see them. Instead, you're putting people like Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, a rivalry that nobody gives anything about. No one cares about that rivalry. There's nothing to it. No substance, nothing. At least Rusev Day and Andrade Cien Almas people are more invested in because they're more invested in the characters. Finn Balor and Baron Corbin? Oh, Finn Balor, you're a vanilla midget. You can't wrestle. You don't need to be on the show. Get in the back of the line. Pretending to be Baron Corbin here. Absolutely ridiculous. Rusev Day and Andrade Cien and Zelina Vega. Glad they're getting to be at least halfway on the pay-per-view. At least they have a spot, but they don't deserve to be on the pre-show. I see Andrade Cien and Zelina Vega going over here. The Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. Now, everybody is saying that the New Day is going to take the Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam from the Bludgeon Brothers. Honestly, I see their point of everybody that's been saying that the New Day is going to become the next Tag Team Champions to give an extra boost to the tag team division on SmackDown Live. WWE has not been doing a whole lot with the tag team division. WWE has not done anything with the Bludgeon Brothers in quite some time. They've actually drowned them, quite frankly, on SmackDown. Barely been on the show wrestling. They've had one jobber contest as far as tag team matches as of late. Over the last 2 months, you want to know the truth, outside of the Daniel Bryan Kane Team Hell No tag team matchup. So they haven't really done a whole lot. So Bludgeon Brothers, I understand, needing to drop those tag team titles. Do I really think it's going to be at SummerSlam? Not 100% sure about that. Bludgeon Brothers, I see winning at SummerSlam and then them continuing their rivalry somehow going into Hell in a Cell. Because as well as I do, wrestling fans, that WWE doesn't always like to drop their championships all that much at the big, huge shows. And they like to do it at the minor shows as the big pops, big celebrations for the title changes. So I could see that happening between the Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day. That's just me. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. Now, I've already criticized this once on this. Do I need to talk about it again? Finn Balor is going to go over. I don't see Baron Corbin going over at SummerSlam, nor do I care who goes over at SummerSlam. I'm sure you all are in agreement, but I want to see Finn Balor go over. I think he'll go over because Baron Corbin beat Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw. Once again, we have 50-50 booking in the WWE. Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. First time in a very long time. The Cruiserweight division gets a spot at a pay-per-view. First time in a long time the Cruiserweight division gets any recognition besides on 205 Live. Now, this could be for a couple of different reasons. This could be because they're making themselves widely known within the wrestling community, the fans, and making the show better. Or it could just be because this is one of the main pay-per-views and they have to fill up time. Whatever the case. Cruiserweight division deserves a spot at this type of pay-per-view without a doubt. And I hope these guys go out there and have a knockdown, drag-out affair, a great contest. Cedric Alexander will beat Drew Gulak and retain the Cruiserweight Championship. A rivalry that everybody seems to be invested in, but is really hoping that Daniel Bryan re-signs with the WWE and The Miz and Daniel Bryan is revisited come WrestleMania for a championship. You know, these two guys, this goes all the way back to 2010 when The Miz brought Daniel Bryan up. And, you know, this matchup, this rivalry is going to be awesome. It's going to tear the roof off the Barclays Center in New York. Absolutely. It's going to be an instant classic. And if Daniel Bryan leaves September 1st, which I don't see happening, but if he does, this would be a perfect way for him to leave as far as an ending matchup rivalry. But I don't see that happening whatsoever. And this is a match that we have been wanting and dying to see. Ever since Talking Smack, when Daniel Bryan and The Miz would get into it, and The Miz would make fun of Daniel Bryan because he couldn't wrestle anymore, and The Miz was stealing Daniel Bryan's moves and all different kinds of stuff, and getting in Daniel Bryan's face, and then brought back stuff from when Daniel Bryan was brought up by The Miz back at NXT when it was first brought up, and he was his mentor. All that great rivalry, great package. I'm sure they're going to give us come SummerSlam. Can't wait to see it. Daniel Bryan will beat The Miz on August 19th. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. Nakamura will not lose the United States Championship. He will have a nice little title reign for himself in the WWE, and it is well deserved after everything that has he been through. But this has been a very intriguing rivalry between Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton. Now, if Randy Orton is not added to this coming Tuesday, I will be very surprised. I will. But it's been a very good rivalry between Randy Orton taking everything off Jeff Hardy as far as his character, and then Nakamura picking up the bones after Randy Orton's vicious attack. All this kind of great rivalry stuff. Or WWE could just go down the route of whoever wins this matchup. Randy Orton's the next first one in line. Who knows? Whatever the case. Going to be a good contest. Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. Quite frankly, I hope it's just a one-on-one, and then Randy Orton is thrown into a mix afterwards. You know, we already got triple threat matchups and tag team matchups at SummerSlam. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. Carmella is money versus Becky Lynch versus the queen of the WWE, Charlotte Flair. Now this contest is for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and quite frankly, everybody is saying that Carmella will be done with the women's title. I'm not seeing it. I'm just not. It's an unpopular decision. I understand she can't wrestle a lick, but I'm not seeing Carmella losing that title at SummerSlam. Now, Becky Lynch irritated because Charlotte is swooped in and automatically pretty much just given a championship opportunity. You can see it on her face, that one SmackDown behind the camera when she was watching the matchup. But I really see Becky Lynch having conflict with Charlotte, and then Carmella's there to pick up the bones at the end of the match, because there's no question Charlotte and Becky Lynch are going to pick up most of that matchup as far as wrestling wise, and then Carmella's going to be there. What Brock Lesnar does a lot of times in his matches. Do a few moves here and there. Brock Lesnar does more than just a couple moves, but he does mostly just suplex, and then F5. Carmella screams, slaps, roll up, or something like that, and the match is over because of help. Well, triple threat, we're going to see something like that, except Charlotte and Becky Lynch are going to wrestle, throughout this contest. And I think Carmella is going to pick up the victory in the end. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below about this matchup. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. Please add a stipulation, WWE. Please add a stipulation, WWE. We've seen this match one-on-one before. We've seen it. We saw it on Monday Night Raw. We saw it at Extreme Rules, except it was Iron Man, 30-minute Iron Man matchup. Saw it after that. Why do we want to see it again? Come on, WWE. Give us something new. A different stipulation. Something fresh. It's okay that we're seeing these two guys go at it again. But give us a great stipulation between these two guys. Please make that happen on Monday. But do I see Dolph Ziggler dropping the Intercontinental Championship to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam? That's really difficult. That's hard to say. I'm going to go with no. I think Dolph Ziggler is going to retain here because I think with what's going to happen come the Universal Championship, regardless of what it says about Hell in a Cell and other things, the rumored with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens being the rumored for the main event of Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship, or as what a lot of people are liking to see, Braun Strowman being in that position, because everybody's predicting Braun Strowman to cash in. I think Seth Rollins would be added into that, or maybe even be going for the Universal Championship. That's what I'm hoping happens anyway. So let's keep our fingers crossed. If that does not happen, or if you all don't think that'll happen, then yeah, Dolph Ziggler might drop it to Seth Rollins. Let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. But somehow, some way, I'm just not 100% seeing Dolph Ziggler losing the Intercontinental Championship. He's on way too much of a streak right now, and WWE's trying to keep him happy, so he'll re-sign and things of that nature. So we'll have to wait and see. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. If Braun Strowman loses, by any way he loses the contract, he's not losing the contract to cash in. That's all I have to say about that. Braun Strowman wins this matchup. Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. This match, if this is a long, drawn-out affair, if this is a long 30-minute matchup, 20-minute match, like they have made Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey, and then Alexa Bliss cashing in, if they do something like that, I don't believe the matchup. Now, do I think they should make Alexa Bliss this person that is just a complete, absolute waste? No. But this thing doesn't need to be some 20-minute affair. This thing needs to be short, quick, to the point. Alexa has looked too weak throughout this build for her to go in and look extremely strong in this match. It would not make any sense in the world. Ronda Rousey needs to either walk out the Raw Women's Champion or Natalya during the match needs to turn heel during the match and cost Ronda Rousey the Raw Women's Championship and give Ronda Rousey her first major champion, or first major rivalry in the WWE. And then Ronda Rousey can capture the Raw Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble. That's the two things I can see happening. Whatever the case, don't make this match really long. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. First time ever in the WWE they're promoting this. AJ Styles will walk out the victor. I can't wait to see this matchup. I hope this match is produced very good. I hope this match is given some good time, but it's not going to be something that Samoa Joe is going to be able to overcome, because AJ Styles is on the cover of 2K19. Simple as that. And finally, the match we all can't wait for. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, versus the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns, for the Universal Championship. What can we say, folks? What can we say, wrestling fans? What can we say? I'm speechless. almost. 3 times in 1 year. 3 times in 1 year. These guys aren't Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. These guys aren't Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter when they have a great build all throughout the year leading up to their matches. These guys aren't the Macho Man Randy Savage and Ric Flair, where Macho Man has a match at WrestleMania 8 against Ric Flair, and then he has a match with the Ultimate Warrior, and Ric Flair comes down and interferes in the matchup, and then he has another match in September with Ric Flair. These guys aren't that. Some of you are saying, how can you compare it to that? Give me a break. I can do it. This is ridiculous. There's been no build to this matchup, really. Except Brock Lesnar won't do this. He won't show up. He won't do this. He won't do that. He won't defend the title. He won't do this. He won't do that. And then Roman Reigns. I can't do this. I can't do that. He's the worst champion ever in the history. This is horrible. I can't stand it. You all can't stand it. The majority of the fans cannot stand this garbage. When it comes to Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, it is absolutely miserable. And we're going to have to wait 6 hours to watch this load of garbage. WWE. I can't wait until the Barclays Center eats this alive. If they don't, I don't know what to say. But the Barclays Center in New York City, I guarantee you will eat this match alive. And I'm not saying anything more about this match. But either way, Braun Strowman will be the Universal Champion walking out of SummerSlam. And this is your SummerSlam review for 2000 or preview and predictions for 2018. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up and subscribe and do everything I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.